Junkies!
Book of Boba Fett.
Boba.
So, I'm gonna turn it.
Spotlight chat. I'm coming back over.
All right. So Kenshiro, he's trying to make his way back over here. So we'll see. Last thing was, let's see. I think that said corporate leadership at DC is piss poor from Rover back, and that is absolutely true. I'm turning back over to Kenshiro. Go ahead, sir.
All right. So, the Book of Boba Fett, episode 2. I don't know about y'all, but some people felt kind of lukewarm about episode 1. They didn't think it was all that great. Episode 2, call me crazy, but I really love world building.
Yeah.
World building is really fun.
Yeah.
So when you get to hear or see character story arcs get fleshed out and get to learn a little bit more about kind of their backstories, think about Boba Fett. The one thing about Boba Fett was always that he was super mysterious. You didn't really know anything about him. Now Book of Boba Fett is really starting to flesh him out. And it's not fleshing him out from an origin
he was
standpoint.
hyped to
He
the
was
gills.
hyped more than any
Well, yeah, he
character
was. Well, no, he totally
ever.
was. No, he totally was, and I get that. But my point is that we're not really getting an origin story. We're getting a continuation story, and I think that was smart for them not to go back. You could make the argument that they learned a lesson with Solo, right? They tried to flesh out Han Solo by replacing Harrison Ford and doing, a backstory that nobody asked for. Even though I enjoyed it,
Nobody asked for any of the stories.
okay, that argument that is true. That part is true. However, you still could say that because there wasn't so much known about Boba Fett outside of books, that they had an opportunity here. So I really enjoyed not just the A story, but I really enjoyed the B story with the Tuskens. Some people, because not only is it fleshing out Boba Fett, but it's kind of fleshing out the Tusken Raiders too.
Yeah, it definitely showed their culture more than you've ever seen before.
Right. Did they remind you of African tribes to you, or was it what another tribe?
Not just African.
Okay, all right.
It was like a mixture
Go
of
ahead.
African, Native American, and because Tamora Morrison
Is
Maori.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure they injected some of that in there as well.
What'd you say his name was?
And isn't
Tamora
Tamora
Morrison.
Well, I think you're pronouncing it wrong.
Isn't that
I'm
T-E-M?
He's just messing with you,
I'm
man.
messing
He's
with
just
you.
Tamora,
messing with you.
Tamora, if you're hearing this. No, but yeah, I don't know. That's what the thing I was sitting there watching. I enjoyed the whole thing. My nitpick, and I said this before the show, is that I just don't get why there's flashbacks at all, because you could just tell the story of how he got out of this. He got out of Starlight Pit. You see that. You see him doing all the stuff that led up to, the Mandalorian, and then continue from there. Now, Big Preem, as we was talking, says he likes that they're doing the flashbacks mainly for people
Right.
who aren't well versed or just coming into they found out about Boba Fett and this thing because of the Mandalorian.
Well,
and that's fine and dandy, but it's like could you imagine the whole first season is him and his trek out of this Starlight Pit, and then the second season is wetting your whistle for what's happening in the present. But
let's go back to the word of the day, which is world building. That's what this is all
it's
about.
still world building either way.
But you're saying it's like, I don't get why they're doing the flashbacks. World building.
It's still world building either way.
But
Flashbacks or not, you'll be building.
It's more robust when you build other things along with it.
I disagree, and the reason why I disagree is because you called it a B story.
It
was not a B story. The whole episode, 15 minutes, was present, and then the rest of it was all. So that was really the A story, and because it felt like the A story, I was like, why not just have the whole thing? Why even have that 15 minutes if they didn't flesh it out? Like, if it was equal time, then I wouldn't say anything. But it was just so small.
Yeah, I would say that because we sort of already caught up with Boba Fett, with all the stuff that happened in Mandalorian, stuff like that, because that's kind of us already catching up. And all the stuff that most of the stuff that he went through, from the end of, was it Attack of the Clones, you get some of that in, I think it was the Clone Wars animated series, because he pops up in that like a few times. So you see that, and then obviously you kind of see that, he teams up with a bunch of bounty hunters or whatever, eventually becomes his own bounty hunter. It's just one of those things that they could fill in, but I'm thinking just people are just more so interested in what he's been up to since he, you know, made it out. He made it out from getting eaten. So
Yeah.
that's where we're at.
My thing is, like, it's not bothering me. Like I said, it's a nitpick. I'm gonna watch the show regardless, and it doesn't take anything away from the show. It just feels like one side, it wasn't enough. Like, I won't say it wasn't enough. I just felt like I wanted to see more of the present as well as the past. And like, if you're gonna give us like not a balanced of it, I was just like, if it's not gonna be balanced, then just do one and then the other. Like maybe one episode all backstory, and then another episode, you know, all present or what have you. And I don't know, but again, I like the story. I'm gonna continue watching it, and I'm just gonna keep going on from there. And as what is it? Omega says it's pure pulp storytelling.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get on Hand of Omega was saying out of the chat. He said, let's not forget that the Tusken Raiders did kidnap Anakin's innocent mother and torture her to death. I don't think they were torturing her. I think she was just being sat there so she could rest her back. The Pike Syndicate, absolutely. I was definitely cool to see them
it's not
in
the
live
first
action.
you saw him in Solo.
Oh, no. I know you've seen it. I'm just saying this in the sense of seeing more of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like sometimes they always throw their names around, but you never really see them in action that often. And, of course, the Black Wookiee from the comics, absolutely.
I would like to see a show all about the underworld. Like, seriously, they could really turn Boba Fett into the underworld because isn't Darth Maul would still be around? He's still around.
But you know what? What will they do?
No, wait, hold on. Back up. No, he's not.
No, he's gone.
He died before New Hope.
Yeah.
Yep.
So but is it Black Sun, Red Sun?
What
They
in
would
the
still
world
be
is
around.
wrong
What
with
in
your
the hell is
camera?
going on there? You know what?
My
I
gosh.
think it might be his internet.
Yeah, he's in the Matrix. or
Like,
something.
dude, look at that. That is wild. That was wild.
It made your skin crawl.
Happy.
Made your skin unhappy.
I didn't like it. I didn't like that at all.
Seeing that?
No.
I
like
was a
seeing
fan of seeing that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is.
We're not putting you back on
we
because
see it.
apparently you're making people's skin crawl.
And yeah, the Raiders do have different tribes.
On over there.
There he is. Look
Yeah,
at him.
he's back.
I don't know. You was over there in witness protection earlier, so.
Yeah. But no, the whole thing with, you know, him teaching the Tuskens how to ride speeders, learning how to, you know, the whole quest of getting the branch for his gaffy stick.
Yeah, that was cool.
That shit was awesome. I loved all of that. The lizard going up
The
his
lizard?
nose. Okay. First of all, the whole lizard going up his nose thing. That reminded me of, remember when Khan put the bugs in Captain Terrell and Chekhov's ears in Wrath of Khan? That's exactly what that shit reminded me
It
of.
reminded me more of people
ears is
smoking
one thing.
peyote.
Yeah, that was straight up peyote. Because ears is one thing. Something crawling up your nose, man. I couldn't even imagine that. Right, it was a whole lizard.
whole
it
ass
was,
lizard.
It was
Like-
freaking. It was the Geico gecko just running up his nose. I'm like,
Instead of licking toads, you
Right.
freaking snorting lizards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to feel that.
Yeah, that shit was wild. Yeah,
But
that
no,
was
I'm
wild.
with Wolverine Solid X on that. I definitely like the direction the show is going to.
in a good
Yeah, I
direction.
like the direction the show's going in too. I think it's really good.
That, you know, they had
Oh, at the
after
end,
the lizard
Like
thing.
when they're
Yeah, I'm appreciating more and more how they're making this look. It's something they're doing something different with it. This has a different like look and feel to it. Like the speeders looked real good.
And then
Like
they're all
everything
bikers.
looks good.
I freaking had the cuts on and everything. I'm just like,
yeah, I know the whole biker gang thing. But going back to your thing about the whole underworld, I feel like the underworld piece is going to be in that Cassian Andor show.
you see that? Though I will be watching that, that takes place before all that other stuff, and I want to see current underworld with Boba Fett in charge, with whatever the Pikes are doing, whatever the Hutts are doing, whatever Red Sun is doing. I want to see current of that.
You know, I hear you. It feels like Star Wars, at least the direction of Star Wars, they're more or less fleshing out between the sequel, the original trilogy and the sequel. They're fleshing out that entire world. They haven't done anything past the sequel stuff yet. Is that what you're talking about? Like, you want to see stuff past the sequels?
No.
Or are you saying even in this
talking
era?
about this
current era?
which
Okay.
is after A New Hope, or even if they go back during but right now it seems that it's the perfect time for the show to Underworld because there is no Empire.
Yeah.
You got freaking stragglers or whatever.
Right.
Actually, the Empire is still around with the stragglers.
Right.
You got the freaking Republic trying to take over. The whole reason that things are going down in the first 2 episodes of Boba Fett is because like there's a power struggle that's happening now, and I think that'd be interesting. And if they were to show that in Boba Fett extensively, I think that'd be kind of cool. But I don't think it's going to be. It's more going to be about him and his backstory of how he got out of Scarlet Pit and everything that happened afterwards, up into the struggle of the power vacuum that happened.
Right.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed that clip. Make sure you check out our live content on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/culturejunkies. We also have a lot of content available on YouTube, unboxings as well as Blu-ray reviews. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/culturejunkies. And on top of all of that, if you go to culturejunkies.net, you can check out our merch store. The link is culturejunkies.net/merch. There's a lot of great merchandise there. So there's links and logos and stuff all around me. So check those out, and we will see you next time.